Taylor Swift having bad blood with Blake Lively. I am not dragon.
Between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, Taylor feels like she's been used.
Yeah, used in the middle of Blake Lively's war with Justin Baldoni. And there's certain things that we know Blake has said about Taylor in reference to that battle that do not sit well with Taylor at all. The big one.
Taylor Swift is weary of being pulled into other people's issues, and she has made it known that she's not Blake's dragon. And the dispute with Baldoni is not her cup of tea.
Taylor Swift feels like she was used by Blake Lively in a war with Justin Baldoni. She resents Blake calling her one of her dragons.
Taylor Swift is no different. Nobody likes to be used as leverage in a conflict without direction, and no one would desire to be dubbed a dragon. Blake engaging the American pop diva in her covert bullying has brought Taylor's name into the debate since this fiery storm between Blake and Justin Baldoni started. Wanting to change the script, she had asked Taylor and her husband Ryan Reynolds to meet with Justin Baldoni. Knowing those two powers in the room, she realized it would be quite difficult for
E! News, January 16th, Justin, his wife Emily Baldoni, and various other family members can be seen sitting around a red table in a windowless space.
What transpired eventually became revealed in Justin's 2025 lawsuit, when he alleged that Blake first refused to authorize his presence. The Wayfarer crew and their families, including Baldoni and producer Jamie Heath, were isolated from the main cast, prohibited from the exclusive after party, and forced to create their own celebration at considerable expense, the complaint states. Baldoni's involvement on the red carpet was cut short, and his family and friends were confined to a temporary waiting room in the basement before being brought into a different auditorium following Lively's departure. At the time, nobody knew that Justin had been imprisoned in the basement for the premiere, but the split between Blake and Justin really became clearer when Blake began advertising the movie like a lighthearted rom-com, asking viewers to gather your friends and wear finest florals. And Justin took the movie's message of domestic abuse awareness more seriously.
This is a night for all the women who we made this movie for. This is a night for Blake. This is a night for Colleen. I'm just so grateful that we're 5 years in the making.
Finally, it's here.
It's here.
Well, you did, and you did it so well. And who bring with you tonight to celebrate highly anticipated movie?
I brought my entire family.
I mean, your wife looking like a bombshell.
Come here, baby.
Emily, you look
Come
gorgeous.
here. Come.
So pretty.
This is the much better version. So I think I could leave right now.
Yeah.
Look at her.
No, not at all. You got a lot of
I'm happy to be here.
I can only imagine how proud you are of this
So
man.
proud, so proud. I have seen him work so hard, and here we are. It's finally here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Now you get to celebrate. Have
Now we
fun.
get to celebrate and have fun, and we look forward to it.
Y'all quite the party with tonight. How many people? You're rolling deep.
Well, look, it takes a village to make these,
Yeah.
so we wanted to honor the entire Wayfarer Studios team. We brought them all. And then I brought my family, brought some of my best friends.
Hi, friends.
And because honestly, it wouldn't be possible without all of them and all support.
Incredible.
And especially
I know.
there'd be no movie without this woman right here.
This is a night for all the ladies that we produced this movie for, he told ET after the launch. If a lily blossom in real life may sit in this theater and maybe make a better decision for herself than was made for her, maybe she sees herself on that screen and chooses something else for herself. That's why I created the movie. When news like the fact that there could have been two distinct versions of the movie.
I can only imagine what was going through your mind, pulling double duty, directing and starring. What will you, though, remember as being most special about pulling off double duty for this project?
What comes to mind is so much about the work that went into it, but about the why behind it.
What was the why for you?
The why was that if a lily bloom in real life sit in this theater and maybe make a different choice for herself than was made for her, maybe she sees herself on screen and she leaves the theater and chooses something different for herself. That's why I made the movie.
That's a beautiful
That's
why,
what I'm
right?
thinking tonight. And
Yeah.
I'm really grateful.
Would you be willing to entertain pulling duty again in the future?
You're gonna have to ask me in a little while. We're gonna take a vacation. We're gonna take a vacation after
Putting
this.
him back first.
I know.
For a moment.
Because Do Have It starts with us, so I'm hoping to see you back in double duty role.
I think there are better people for that one. I think there are better people for that one.
Justin.
I think Blake Lively's the direct. That's what I think.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I respect that, but if she brings it up, could you just tell her you think it's a good idea?
October will mark your 10th anniversary of Jane the Virgin. Really glad to your big break.
Yeah.
When you think back to that project, what comes to mind?
Just joy. Just joy. Some of the best people I've ever worked with will always be family. They are family. just joy. It was a joyful 5 years. I mean, we had our 2 kids on that show.
We did,
You know,
yeah.
so
We all
much.
grew up together,
we grew up
too.
together.
Yeah.
So,
And we're going to see Gina next. Do you want to say anything to her? Hi, a little message.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Gina. I wish you were here. Hi, Joe.
Y'all have fun. So much
Thank you
celebrating
so
to do.
Demonstrating creative differences between Justin and Blake, and theories that Sony Pictures sided with the more feminine cut began going round. Internet warriors went crazy.
It's been present, but today I came home and cried, like, keep your hormones to yourself. She adds she didn't want the gaze or words or tongue.
But in the background, there were already whisperings of the dispute being more than simply due to artistic disagreements, and it was because Justin was chauvinistic and borderline abusive when the group was shooting. Another IT insider told Page Six that the tension was so palpable when they were on site. Once Blake was done with the scenario, she was exceedingly agitated, exclaimed, "Am I done? Can I go?" And as soon as they said yes, there was like a Blake-size hole in the
Guys, I genuinely love this movie. I do junkets every day. You can't always do you love their movies, but I love this one. So thank you for taking the time.
Oh, man, thanks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm going to jump into this. And Blake, I'm going to start with you. Most of us, if we're lucky enough to run into a celebrity in public, we only have a few moments to maybe speak to you guys. But for people who see this movie, relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you and they want to really talk, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would recommend they go about it?
Like ask like my address or phone number or like my location share. I could just location share you and we could I'm just curious about
social security number.
I'm a Virgo, so I'm
Yeah.
like, are we talking logistic? Are we talking emotionally? Yeah, what's been beautiful about this movie is like unfortunately we all know at least someone, but we normally know like a lot more than ones. We know some many who have experienced this. And it's the beauty of it has been to see people.
But are you Team Blake or Team Justin? He said, I don't speak English, Gail.
Team it ends with us.
It ends with us star Brent Glenar playing Switzerland.
I had a intense year. This morning I sent a text message. I had anxiety.
What is that?
I haven't talked to us yet, but
Justin Baldoni is an actor, filmmaker, and a Times best-selling author. He co-founded Wayfarer Studios.
Amid the It Ends With Us actress's ongoing battle with the film's director and star Justin Baldoni.
Blake Lively has filed a legal complaint against her It Ends With Us star Justin Baldoni with a list of 30 demands.